Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast here by Adrian's Weather Forecast. And it's going to be an update on Winter Storm Lamont. I do apologize for not posting about this yesterday. I was just too busy with forecasting the snow and actually enjoying the snow while it lasts. But the snow is still on the ground. It is 31 degrees outside, but it will warm up to around 45 later today. So it's definitely going to melt. But roads are clear and all that, but we still have a ton of snow on the ground. Again, 5 inches fell, but I would say an inch already melted, and maybe even more. We went to last night, but again, Winter Storm Lamont's going to bring a ton of snow throughout the Midwest and actually all the way into the Northeast as well. Going to bring some snow for South Bend, Chicago, Detroit, Muskegon, Green Bay, Wisconsin Dells, areas of Minneapolis and Rochester. So again, this system has been here for a while. It started bringing some snow up to 24 hours ago out here into the Dakotas, but again, we have winter storm warning throughout much of the Midwest and for bigger cities such as Green Bay and Rochester. But again, in today's video, we're going to be forecasting all about Winter Storm Lamont as it continues to bring in a ton of snow throughout the Midwest. But without further ado, let's get into the video. And be sure to subscribe, guys. If you guys are new, we are so close to 2,060 subscribers. Really means a lot. Also, be sure to share the channel to any friends or family that you think will love my forecast. But without further ado, let's get into this wonderful video. So we are going to be looking at the National Weather Service again, as you can tell. But again, here's what we have, these winter weather alerts. Again, we have winter weather advisories. So that's where we'll be seeing some snow, but a bit less and potentially worse, less, as you can say, better conditions wise. That's where we're going to be seeing less amount of snow and less issues. But again, that's going to be throughout areas near Fort Wayne, Muskegon, actually almost all of Michigan. We have Big Rapids, Lansing, Detroit, Muskegon. We have areas near Chicago, Aurora, Rockford. We have Madison, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. In terms of winter weather advisories, areas near not far from Waterloo. But again, Waterloo is just on the outskirts of this. And then we potentially have these all the way up to the panhandle of Michigan. And then for the winter warnings, that's where we'll be seeing the most amount of snowfall out of the system, potentially the worst conditions. That's going to be all the way from eastern South Dakota. We have these for north central Iowa, Rochester, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and then throughout Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Dells again. So that's where we're going to be seeing, and all the way up to close to Eau Claire. But yeah, this is the National Weather Service, and soon we'll be seeing these winter weather advisories moving up the Northeast. But again, in the next hour, we'll be seeing very, very heavy snow out here especially out here near the Rochester area. Start seeing the snow really arriving into the western Wisconsin area. Going to start bringing some snow flurries from Madison, Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Dells. And then as you get in the next 6 hours, it's going to bring a ton of snow. Actually, a band could potentially affect areas into southern and central Indiana. Very, very heavy snow moving to the Chicago area, Aurora, Rockford, and seeing some very heavy snow as well for Green Bay, Milwaukee, Madison, Wisconsin, and then moving up into the areas near Big Rapids, Michigan. And then this will start to bring some very heavy snow within the next 12 hours throughout areas near Erie, Pennsylvania. A chance for some snow near Pittsburgh. Seeing some very heavy snow near the Youngstown, Ohio area, Cleveland. Start seeing the snow arriving near Toronto. Again, like I said, Detroit can be seeing another system for snow. And then this will start affecting areas into north central Pennsylvania. Potentially bringing some snow out here near the Albany area, potentially affecting Utica, start affecting all the way into the Maine area within the next 19 hours. And the next 24 hours, it will be mostly over, but it will bring a chance for some severe weather, but it's not looking like to be as bad as what we saw earlier or last week with the flooding. Now we're looking at the snowfall totals again. They're not incredibly high, but again, we could be seeing up to around 7 to 9 inches of snowfall left for South Dakota. Areas near Aberdeen and Michelle will be seeing 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. Looks like Minneapolis, on the other hand, can be seeing a chance for 2 to 3 inches of snowfall. And Rochester will be seeing a 3 to 5 inch range. Could be seeing 1 to 2 inches near Waterloo. Could be seeing around 2 to 3 inches for Chicago and 4 inches near Rockford. A chance for 3 to 5 inches for Milwaukee and Green Bay, and potentially Madison, Wisconsin, 3 to 4 inches. And their Wisconsin Dells can be maybe a maximum of 7 inches of snowfall. Could be seeing 1 to 2 inches out here near Indianapolis. Could be seeing some accumulation all the way near Evansville, and 2 to 4 inches near South Bend and Fort Wayne. Going to be seeing a chance for 2 to 3 inches near Detroit, up to 4 inches out here near Muskegon, up to 3 to 4 inches near Big Rapids. Could be seeing a small amount of snowfall to come to the Ohio Valley, but still going to do some little damage. 2 to 3 inches for Toledo, Youngstown, and Cleveland. And they could be seeing a maximum 4 inches near north central Pennsylvania. Could be seeing 1 to 3 inches near the Poconos area as well, and won't be seeing too much snow out there into the northeast. A scattered 1 to 3 inches and maximum 4 inches in those higher elevations. Now we're looking at the GFS model here. And again, as the next 6 hours, we could be seeing blizzard conditions out here into the Minnesota area. Start seeing the snow arrive into the western Wisconsin area. So bringing some very heavy snow near Michelle, South Dakota. And as we now move into the next 12 hours here, this is when the snow really gets really messy. As you can tell, it's going to start bringing blizzard conditions. We could be seeing some very strong winds as well. Again, we could be seeing little some bands moving into the south central part of Indiana. Some moderate snow out there near Minneapolis, Rochester, just much as southeastern Minnesota. And could be seeing some very, very heavy snow for far northeastern Iowa. As we know, again, the next 18 hours, the snow start arriving to the Ohio Valley, bringing some very heavy snow off Lake Michigan throughout Wisconsin and Michigan. And the next 24 hours, this will start to bring some snow, like I said, into the northeast. Start bringing some snow all the way from potentially even Lake Michigan down to the Lake Huron area. It could bring some snow for State College, Scranton, and potentially out there near Utica. And then, like I said, the next 30 hours, could be seeing some more snow moving into the New England area, as we saw up to a foot of snowfall earlier on from Cade. So this is definitely going to it may not bring as much snow, but could definitely do some damage. And snowfall totals, again, this is the new update here. So this is, again, next the new 10:30 update. We're going to be seeing up to 6 to 8 inches, potentially 9 inches near the Wisconsin-Delaware area, and just much as kind of south central, much central Wisconsin. Could be seeing 4 to 5, potentially 4 to 6 inches near Green Bay, especially the southern part of the city. Could be seeing really a trace for Chicago, nothing much near Rockford. 3 to 4 inches, up to, again, like I said, 3 to 6 inches for far northeastern Iowa. 1 to 3 inches for Minneapolis, and 2 to 4 inches, most likely 2 to 3 inches near the Rochester area. But could be seeing 4 inches if it could happen. Areas near Milwaukee and out here into the southern part of Wisconsin could be seeing 2 to 4 inches snowfall. And then Madison, Wisconsin, a maximum of 5 inches. Could be seeing just a trace throughout the Ohio Valley, and a maximum of really 4 to 5 inches for the Michigan area. And now for the northeast, could be seeing a trace up there near State College, and a scattered 2 inches near the Poconos area and Scranton, and then 5 inches out there near north central Pennsylvania. And then could be seeing up to a foot of snow out there near upstate New York. And again, not going to be too shabby out here. And the last thing we're going to be looking at is the NAM 3KM model. Again, with the next 1 hour, we're going to be seeing incredibly heavy snow in that far southeastern part of Minnesota. Start seeing these moderate bands moving to the Rochester area, and then the snow starts to arrive most likely into central Wisconsin within the next 4 hours. Could be seeing very heavy snow. It's going to be arriving very heavy as well. Seeing a little band out here near southern Indiana and central Illinois. Seeing potential chance for snow near Iowa City as well, but it won't last long. Seeing the snow mostly arriving near the Wisconsin-Dells area in central Wisconsin. Very heavy snow likely. And then it will arrive within the next 7 hours to Chicago. Could bring some very heavy snow squalls out here near the Indianapolis area. Very heavy snow. Seeing some snow near Rockford, Indianapolis, potentially Chicago, out there near Aurora. Very heavy snow moving into the eastern Wisconsin area, bringing very heavy snow from Milwaukee, Madison, and Green Bay. And then within the next 12 hours here, the snow would definitely start arriving into the Pittsburgh area, Youngstown, Ohio, or Youngstown. And then seeing this potential light to moderate snow moving to the Toronto area, Detroit, and then it will start to move into the northeast area, the northeastern region within the next around 16 to 18 hours. And then they could bring some very heavy snow near north central Pennsylvania, especially out here near northwestern Pennsylvania. Potentially a chance for very heavy snow near Utica, Syracuse, and it looks like Rochester will be seeing mostly light snow. But again, not going to be too shabby for the northeast, though. But again, now we are going to be looking at the snowfall totals. Now let's go back to the back into the areas out here into the Midwest. I could not get that name. Into the Midwest. Again, it is showing a chance for most likely an inch of maximum near Chicago, and again 6 to 10 inches near central Wisconsin and far southeastern Minnesota. 3 to 5 inches for Rochester. Again, a chance for maybe 4 inches near central Illinois. Seeing 1 to 2 inches near Toronto and potentially Detroit. And then going to be seeing a chance for actually getting up to 1 to 3 inches near the areas near State College. Could be seeing a 3 to 4 inches range near the northeastern part of Pennsylvania, and then close to a foot for scattered areas out here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will potentially maybe have another video out later today. But again, it might just be on flooding from Lamont. But bye, guys.